Yura, hello. My name is Isiah Hippisley, a proud Pita man, and I pay my respects to the ancestors, elders, past, present, and emerging, who strengthens and guides us, continually nurtures us, and inspires us to be future custodians of this land. Now sit back, enjoy, and why don't you listen on into a bit of a yarn. Welcome.
Thank you. Is it recording?
Yeah, we're all live.
We're rolling.
We're ready.
Cool.
So, for everybody listening on in and watching in, we have the number one Jye Treay, or most commonly known as Treay.
Thank you for having me.
So, welcome. Thank you for coming in and jumping on this podcast and
of course
spitting a bit of a yarn.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
It's really exciting. So, everyone knows you, bro. Like you're like, talk to me. Like you're everywhere right now.
I don't see that, bro. Like,
really?
I don't know. I get DMs. I got a DM last night of a dude saying, "You have no idea how many people you're impacting." Yeah. And I was like, I don't. Like, I'm just doing this. I just enjoy it, bro. I'm a content creator. And I guess my motivational side of things, that's just me doing this. I just talk shit to a camera and I post it.
Yeah.
And then it changes a lot of people's lives. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. So is that like, has it always been the dream? Has influencing and making content always been like the goal?
Not so much. Like, I think through high school, all my report cards, bro, said you have the potential to be a leader, but you use it in the wrong way. Yeah. Like, I was the asshole in the class, and I'd make my friends be assholes too. Like, I just used it wrong. So there was obviously something there of like showing the way for other people, but it was always negative. Yeah. And then I'd done my normal jobs, Sparky, factory work, whatever the fuck. Sure. Are you allowed to say?
Yeah. No,
okay, cool. And then, I don't know. I just started posting my gym stuff, and it wasn't even motivational. It was more so I can look back and be like, look how skinny I was. And then,
progressing for yourself.
It's just like documenting my own life. And then I started to get a few people regularly comment. I was like, oh shit. Like, now I'm posting for those 5 people that watch my stuff. And it's just, I don't know, sprouted.
And like, obviously myself has watched a lot of your content, and to get you on here is such a privilege.
I appreciate it,
right? But what I would really like to do, and if you're comfortable and if you're up to it, I want to really kind of dive into your story. Like, for me personally, like I look at someone like yourself or like Bradley Martin and all these guys, and you're like, wow, like they have, they've got the car, they've got the girl, they've got the gains, like they've got all this, they're doing all this stuff, right? But how did you get there? What was your journey? What's been your story? Really?
Yeah, bro. It's weird how it all came together. Like, obviously we go through hard things in life, and when you're going through that shit, you don't see the bigger picture. 100%. But now sitting where I am, I'm like, I'm glad that happened. Like, I wouldn't change that. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but when I was 10 years old, 5 days for my 11th birthday, my dad died. And my mum woke me up at like, I don't know, 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. I was like in school, and she's like, "Oh, do you want a hot chocolate? Do you want some toast?" And I'm like I'm like, bitch, I want to go to bed. It's a school night. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then anyway, she sat me down on the couch, and my stepdad started crying, and I was like, something's up. Like, I've never seen that man cry. And then she's like, you pop cord. I was like, yo, my grandma's dead. And then she's like, your dad was walking home. He's dead. And then like my head just hit. Like, how do you can't comprehend death. You will never see that person ever again. You can't hug them, talk to them. My head just hit the pillow. I cried for about 2 days straight. And then, everything since then. And you can't really say I downward spiraled at 10 years old, but progressively the pressure of everything got worse. I got angrier. I was such an asshole growing up. Yeah. And then it was the breaking point where, like, I was at school. I hate saying popular, but I was definitely well known for the wrong reasons. Yeah. Like, I was a prick. Yeah. No one wanted to be my friend. Clown. Class clown, but an asshole. Like, I would throw chairs at people. Like, at my friends, not just random people. But, I don't know. And then I'd go home and I'd just cry. I'd feel alone. Yeah. And, that shit escalated to a point where I wanted to end everything. Yeah. And then me and my mum had a falling out. I had to move in with my grandparents. My dad's parents, like all this behind the scenes shit that I could have just went down the route of drinking and 100%. Drugs, partying, all these other outlets. And it was the point where I wanted to end everything that everything started. Started the gym. I ran into Bradley Martin online, and I was like, yo, I want to be like that guy. And that's why I always say, bro, he saved my fucking life.
Yeah, that's amazing. And just to hear that tiny little snippet of your life story, and we're sitting with you today and seeing how much you've grown just over the past year.
Yeah, it's 12 months, bro.
What you're doing is genuinely nationally impactful.
Yeah.
And for people who are watching and listening to that are going through that, are like, wow, like I can do that.
Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm a normal kid from the Central Coast, just with big dreams and a work ethic you can't fucking break. Like, I have a mate, Luke Staunton, and he killed himself twice, actually, drug overdose. And, he was going through hard shit, just normal life, losing money, girl problems, like feeling alone, blah, blah, blah. He was going through a hard time. And he would drink on the weekends. He'd have a little bit of a drug addiction, and he'd feel the best when he's around everybody. He'd go home, feel like shit. Obviously, he done it the first time, got flushed, came back out, and everyone kind of joked about it. And then done it again, bro. Like, he overdosed. And that was a massive, like, turning point for me. I was like, this shit messes people up. This whole mental thing ends people.
Yeah. 100%.
And now I think, I'm like, if he stayed here and he had the turnaround like I did, where would he be now? But that's the end for him.
It was too much.
It's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts. And it's something that I think is not spoken about too much.
Definitely not.
Or not even too much. Very, very
at all. Period.
Yeah, like full stop. And I know, especially again referencing to Bradley Martin, like his raw talk and the stuff he talks about on there is really impactful. Like you go through the comments and what people are saying, or even talking about him, and they're like, wow, like how can someone at this level be having this kind of like
he dive exactly that. He dives deeper. And I've messaged him that, and I'm like, bro, like the way you do your podcast isn't like how much money you make. Like, exactly. Oh, sick car. What's the kilowatts?
How did you?
No, it's like you felt like a piece of shit. Now you're not. How'd you get there? What's this middle part? Like,
and how do we
do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly that.
Like it's so dope to see, and it's so like impactful to see people go through so much stuff in life. And just have this, exactly like you said, like you for yourself, it's your work ethic. And we see that, everybody sees that. I know, like, shout out to you, bro. Like your grind is just different.
I appreciate it, bro.
Your grind is so different. And being able to watch that as an outsider, I'm like hyped. I'm like I want to be on that level.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to, like, when I buy a new car, or when I done my LS swap and I showed people how much and stuff, it's not to flex. It's like I had nothing. I had negative $90 in my bank account like 13 months ago. Like I was dead broke, and now I'm doing this, and I'm the same dude. Like if I can fucking do this, so can you. Like there's no different between us except a little bit of following that comes from a crazy fucking work ethic. Like as long as you have the work ethic, you'll get this, and then you can have everything else. But
you're exactly right. And to kind of touch on your work ethic. So when did it all really start? Like, so you, like you said, you were a bit of the class clown, a bit of a muck around when you were growing up. What, like, did it start in school? Did it start into school?
Started my Sparky apprenticeship. Yeah, so I had to be at my jobs at like 6:30 or something. We'd start at 7, and then I was going to the gym before and after. Not optimal for gains at all. Like I think I was staying the same, but it was the mental of don't be a pussy. So I would ride to the gym like in winter. Like I would wake up at like 3:30 a.m. Ride about 25 minutes to the gym in Davistown. There's like this nice water road along the water. I'd train for about an hour. I'd ride home. I'd get ready for work. I'd go to work. I'd come home. I'd ride back to the gym. I'd come home. And I'd done that for like 9 months. I didn't have any friends.
So you just...
I isolated myself, bro. That's it. And I feel like if I didn't do that, I would have got trapped into the drinking and the... Because... Yeah, bro, like vivid memories. I did not want to fucking wake up. I'd wake up, I'd listen to Creed, like Creed motivation.
Like hype yourself up.
Ben Lionel Scott, Machiavelli motivation. No music. Fuck music. I had people like motivational talks in my head. So good, and it like brainwashed me to think and talk how I do. Like how I talk is what I listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You kind of like found a way to filter what you're listening to and what you're experiencing into your speech. And
like I can listen to Conor McGregor talk shit about his life and like I relate to that. I didn't go through anything he went through, but I'm like, I relate to that.
I got you.
I know what you're saying.
We're bridging on that level.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, oh, that's so funny because I know that's so relatable.
It's so true, bro.
Like someone will be, you know, like exactly like Conor McGregor, perfect example. Like he's there talking so much smack, running his mouth, and you're like, hype yourself up.
Facts.
You know? Like you get yourself to that level. So we've gone from sparking, then started to create content while you're at the gym. Is that what happened? Or?
It was even at work, bro. Like content just, I don't know, started to consume my life. Yeah. It was like not a black cloud, but something just came over and progressively just took it. Like now I've just lost myself to it. But like when I was a sparky, you know, riding to the gym, it started with recording myself Instagram stories riding to the gym. And then I'd get people reply like, yo, every morning you're nuts, you're crazy. And I'm like, fuck, like this is changing people. And like progressively each video at the gym, like I'd when I first hit my 100 kilo bench, people were gassed and be like, I remember 3 months ago you were only doing this. And I was like, shit, people are watching. Like people are seeing what I'm doing. So I was like, I'll post a little bit more. And then as I got bigger, as I started to do different things, it just progressively, that's why it takes years, bro. It's not like I posted one Instagram story, 100%. Boom.
And like and I know from a personal perspective as well, like the time and the effort that it takes to do this sort of stuff. People don't know, bro. Like not to mention, like if you're someone who's out there who's working 9 to 5 and working all week and then doing this on top of you,
bro.
Shout out to you.
That was
like,
me.
It's exactly right. Like it's hard.
People don't realize when you get to a certain level, even Bradley Martin's level, or whatever the fuck, they don't realize they weren't born with followers. There was a stage where I was working 40-hour weeks. And I was also doing 30 hours of content.
100%.
Like,
and then the editing behind the
100%.
is like 2 a.m. sometimes.
Facts.
Sitting there trying to do your edits.
And then you're back up again for work. And then
all again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to do, like, I've done that. I've been doing content for like 4.5 years, maybe 5 years, just before me and Brielle got together. Yeah. And like, I was doing that for years. I only blew up 12 months ago.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started to make money from this. But for a solid 3.5 years or so, I was working 40-hour weeks. I was working in factory, Sparky. I did disability support work. I was washing trucks. I worked at KFC. Like, there you go. And then this on top.
Yeah. And see, that's something that, again, right there is what I want to touch on. And I love that is you're here right now, you know, and there's obviously more to go.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I know
stop.
with you, bro. Like, you don't stop.
We only just started.
But 3 years of consistency and just pure grind, pure work and no distractions. People, like, what I was trying to say before is people see you now, and I know people that see you now and go, man, he's the man. Like he's got everything. He's But no one sees the Sparky, all of this work that you've done. And you know what I mean? Like that's why they look and
they're like, oh, he has that. That's easy.
Yeah.
And they kind of like, but I ain't given shit. Yeah. I've been given nothing in this life at all. Yeah, not a single thing. I've never been handed nothing. Yeah. Like even obviously dad being dead, I grew up with my grandparents. They live off their pension, which only pays their bills and gets by. My mum, stepdad, like mum's a hairdresser. She worked for herself and she did mobile to look after us, like 6 kids. Wow. So she was making fuck all a year, probably like 25K a year. Yeah. Sorry, mum, putting your business out there. But bro, like they were dead broke. And only now looking back and talking to mum about when we were growing up, do I comprehend how fucked up it was. Like she would get paid and it broke my heart when she told me. And we had one bed in the house and she'd put us kids on that and she would sleep on a mat in the lounge room because she couldn't afford it. And then she couldn't afford a dining room table. So each night for dinner, she would put mats on the kitchen floor and be like, we're camping and make it fun for just because she was broke. Like it breaks my heart. And that's why I'm doing this. It's not for me to get a fancy car. It's for me to go home and be like, Mum, thank you.
Thank you for
like,
doing your best.
I wouldn't be here without you. Yeah. You know?
And man, like those, I think from talking to people on this podcast and to a lot of other people, the people that are the most successful are the ones that have been through the dirt, and they pull themselves out of it. Because to get to that level, it's a different ethic. It's not only a different mindset, it's a different work ethic. It's a whole nother ball game.
You become a beast.
Literally.
You become a beast or you break.
So you mentioned family. 6 siblings.
Yeah. So I got an older brother, older sister, a younger sister, a younger sister, a younger brother. And then me. Yeah, 6 of us.
And what was that? So you very briefly mentioned growing up not having a lot. What was that like with 6 people in the home?
I don't know, bro. It was normal because that's what I grew up with. So I had a room probably this size. Yeah. And there was 3 of us boys in there. Yeah. And we'd have a double bed and a single bed. Mark got the single bed because he was the oldest. Wow. And then me and James would share the double bed. Stephanie would have her own room. And then Angel, my other little sister, she lived with her grandparents. Wow. But yeah, it was just really normal because I didn't know any different. Yeah, you know what I mean? No other different. Yeah. I was like, everyone does this. Yeah. Like, no, bro.
Looking back on it, do you think it, like, there was something now as an adult, you're like, wow, like, I took that for granted. Or I didn't realize.
Like, I didn't realize how much we were struggling. And I feel like an asshole be like, Mum, I want this phone. Or Mum, I want this. I want this. I want this. Yeah. And she said no, not because she wanted to say no, because she just couldn't afford it. And I thought, I was like, fuck you. Like, my friends are doing this. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I don't blame me for that because I was a kid. Yeah. And I don't blame kids for being like that. But, like, as long as when you get to this age, you realize where you were in that situation and you want to give back. Like, and I feel like what has got me here and get me further is the fact I'm not doing it for me. Like the days where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can't be fucked. Yeah. I'm like, shut up. Like, it ain't for you, bro. Get the fuck up. Yeah. Like, you got to retire your mum. Yeah. You got to buy you know what I mean? Like, it's not for you.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you selfish prick. Like, get the fuck up.
Pull your head in, bro. Come on. What are you doing, bro?
Cut the bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that, man. And so, me, for my work, I do a lot of like youth work and disengage and cultural youth work. So
that's good.
I'm really heavily in that youth motivation, inspiration space and healthy mentoring.
Yes.
And I think another thing as well, like, again, just continuously to your credibility and your, you know, credit to you, bro, is your leadership. Like, you're just you. And I respect that. I really respect that. A lot of people that I know, especially that are in this influencer space and all the rest of it, they get to a certain degree and they fully switch up. Proper switch up. And, like, from watching you from almost day dot, seeing you come to you now, like, you're just you. Like, the fact that we can just have a yarn, like, over like Instagram and text, and even just watching you like continuously reply to people.
Yeah, of course.
Your level of effort to your viewers.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
If you're an influencer, like, you got to realize you're nothing without them.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't here watching, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, you know, we're nothing.
Dudes talking with microphones.
Exactly.
Like, that's it.
So that's what people don't realize. When you're an influencer, you are only in your position because they support you, because they watch, because they buy your merch, because they use your code. Yeah. Like, that's why I'm so fucking grateful. And that's my whole thing of giving back. And I don't have millions of dollars to go and give everyone money, but I can change your life by changing your mind. Yeah. And then I'm going to be doing coaching soon because a lot of people want me to be their coach. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's change your physical. Like, I don't know. My thing right now, bro, if I can talk and you can listen, I guarantee you're going to get something from it.
Awesome. So, like, so coaching, is that the next step for Treay?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it, bro, but it's just... I don't have any certs and stuff like that, and I'm not taking years to do my certs. Yeah. So I'm going to be collabing, you know, EBT?
Yep.
Hey, cunts. Yep. Yeah, so we have a mad team behind the scenes. So I'm going to be working closely with them. Like, each week, we're going to be doing live calls to those that, whatever, so I can motivate them. And, I will do their check-ins and things like that. But, like, their nutrition plans are from, like, the best in Australia.
Yeah.
Like, strength and conditioning coach. Like, you're going to look fucking awesome. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're going to look good, bro. Yeah.
Like, especially when you have volume. Like, if I have 200-300 clients, I can't do one-on-one and do content. Like, it's just hectic.
Yeah. So, and again, as well, like, being able to not only, like, brand collab, but get other people in that expertise level in your space and you in their space as well. To go, listen, I want to make an impact. Like, let's do it on a big scale.
Facts.
Like, let's help as many people as we can.
And as best as I can. So if I were to take on 300 clients and do it myself, I'd be flaking on like 150 of them because I just can't keep up.
Yeah.
So by me joining a team, I can do every single person 100% instead of like 4% each.
Instead of like,
you know what I mean?
And then not only then does that comes back to you so much more because someone's like, wow, like he's given me
exactly
the time and the effort to do this.
Yeah.
Like, that's so much more grateful and so much more meaningful.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to give back as much as I can, like,
so
and just change people, bro. Because this day and age, everyone's fucking pussies.
And everyone's
mental
themselves, bro.
Yeah, bro,
like,
it's crazy.
There's so many people. I talk to so many fellas. And they're like, oh yeah, I do this, and I'm like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, when you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna be remembered for? The guy that did everything for himself.
The guy with the Lambo.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Good job. Like, cool. Congratulations.
So many people have Lambos.
Yeah,
Suck my dick.
Literally, man. Like,
yeah.
Come on, like, be different.
Yeah.
Be a voice. Be a change. Be something else.
When we were in LA, I said to Brielle, and I came up with, you can only receive the world once, but you can give it back many times. You know what I mean? I came up with that, and I'm like, that's fucking sick.
Off the dome.
Yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
It was hectic because, like, that's my goal.
Yeah.
Like, if I have everything in the world, and I was talking to Bradley about this, and he was talking to me, and he's like, if you have everything in the world, and your goal is to get money, your goal is to get Lambos, and you have it, you're like, now what?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you just put a cap. Once you hit that, you're stuck.
That's it.
But when you want to change people's lives, like, you got to reach 7 billion people before you're done. Yeah. So you're going to be going until you're dead.
You don't stop.
Exactly. Yeah. There is no end.
Yeah. I love that. Do you like, for me personally, and especially in this space and everything that essentially we're doing in this influencing world, do you ever sit back and kind of go, it's not enough? Like, I need more. Like, I need to be doing more.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. With everything.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Like, how do you...
I do more.
Yeah.
I dead ass, like, I can't stress enough how much I work. Like, it's to a point where I'm dating Brielle, but we don't even hang out. Yeah. Like, we went to the movies the other night. We got home. Took pre-workout and we went back to the gym to shoot content. Yeah. Like, I never have like a day off. It's a few hours, you know, to go to the 2 hours, go to the movies, back on the fucking grind. Yeah. And it's like, if I feel like I'm not doing enough, it's because I'm not. Yeah. Because if I feel like that means I have a second to think. Yeah. You shouldn't have a second to think. You should have a schedule and you're busy. Yeah. You're too busy to fucking think, oh, I'm not doing enough. Yeah. Can't look at your schedule. Yeah. From 7 a.m. till 2 a.m., you're grinding. You know what I mean? Last night, I went to bed at like 2 a.m. Yeah. I was like, fuck, I got to get up and drive here. And like, it's just, it's not healthy. No. And what you were saying before is when you talk to people that have gone through the hard yards, makes them a better person now. I 100% agree. And I'm not saying I wish your dad dies when you're 10 so you can, I don't wish it upon anybody, but I'm just saying, if you are born into a rich family, you're a single child, you get given everything, and you don't get told no.
There's no expectation.
You don't understand the fucking struggle. Yeah. So then you can't appreciate the good.
The success.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like,
bro, you nailed that on the absolute head, man.
It's the way it is.
So fast. So with your influencing, I know a lot of people hit you up for advice, and I know a lot of people go, hey bro, like, how do I do this? How do I do that?
Everything.
What do I do, right?
Everything. Yeah.
What would be your kind of like top advice for not only just influencing, but in the gym? Trying to get to this level that you're at now.
So in the gym is getting big? Or like...
Just building
content wise.
Yeah, like content.
I think you have to fall in love with it. So that 3 years, that 3.5 years, if I was doing it to blow up, and I've done it for like 6 months with no views, I would have quit. I would have been like, fuck this, bro. Like, I was putting the same amount of effort back then as I am now. The quality's better because I've upgraded my equipment. I have more experience. But the effort wise, I was putting the same effort as I was back then. And I was getting no views. Not like 1 or 2. It was like 0, 0, 0, 0. But I was in love with it. And I liked that my edits were getting better. I liked upgrading my quality. Like, if I wasn't an influencer in front of this camera right now, I'd want to go into movies behind the camera and do cinema photography and shit like that.
So you fell in love with
I
the
love
idea
it.
of it. Yeah,
Everything, bro.
awesome.
The content, I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
And influencing is just an
another
offspring
branch,
of me talking.
Exactly, yeah. It's another branch. And I think as well, like, the thing that I love about influencing is, like, not only have you not really come from anything as you've stated.
Yeah,
you're now almost Australia-wide, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty crazy.
Like, really. Like, you know, and this is something that, you know, I've spoken to like NRL players about as well. Yeah. It's like they come from absolutely nowhere and they just have this gift and this drive to do something.
There's something.
It's just in you.
There's something.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I can't even tell you what it is, but there's this something where you just can't not do it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't not succeed.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm at a point where I've lost myself to it so much that if I got told you have to quit this and go work a 9 to 5, I'd rather not be here.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather be gone.
Immerse yourself in
like this, it's do or die. Yeah. And that's your thing. Yeah. Like, when you ask me, what's my tip? Yeah. It's do or die. Yeah. If you want to be a fucking influencer, pick up a camera, put down your bullshit and become one. Like,
you will be killed.
Exactly. Yeah, it's that simple, bro. Yeah. And it may take you 4 years, but when it pays off, you're going to be like, thank fuck I gave it a go.
Yeah.
Because
I stuck it out.
Facts.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be working 40 years at a shitty job that you don't like. You're going to get and be like, what if I actually did give it a... Oh, why does he have a Lambo? Why
don't I?
Yeah.
It's like, because you got to work,
your excuses are fucking huge, bro. Like, put that shit aside.
Bro, I love that. And
like,
that's something that I talk to a lot of youth about.
Yeah, yeah.
I want this. I want that. I don't have this. I don't have that. And it's like, okay... Well, you don't have it, so let's work towards it.
Yeah.
Or not even just work towards it. Set it as a goal. Set it as a life achievement, and go fucking get it.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
Don't stop.
My biggest thing is if you put a time limit on it. So, like, if you were to die in 30 days, I'm guarantee you would get so much done in those fucking 30 days as if you weren't.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I'm going to live forever. Yeah. People walk, drive, act like they're going to live forever. You have a fucking time limit, bro.
And you have no idea when that time limit's done.
So, like, if you want something, do it quick. Because that whole tomorrow is not guaranteed. Yeah. It's fucking true. Like, my granddad died in his sleep. Yeah. And, he was like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and have this for breakfast. Nah, bruv. Like, you ain't here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's the same with content. The only reason why people, not the only reason, but a massive reason why people don't do this shit is fear of judgment. Oh, they're in school. Yeah. My school friends are going to like, this girl isn't going to like me. Yeah. My family says it's cringe. Yeah. Fuck those people. Yeah. Fuck your friends. Fuck your family. If they're trying to shit on you, ignore them.
100.
Like, they got nothing to do with it.
Even when you get to, your level, like,
I'm
guaranteeing there's hate. Or there's poppy syndrome that comes.
I don't get it though. Yeah, like,
that's what.
Like, my content, your content, it's all positive. Bro. I want you all to succeed, and they're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
What for?
Yeah.
Like, what for?
I'm trying to help you out, bro.
I don't understand. Like, I have people shitting on me last night of my Commodore, and they're like, "You LS swapped a V6. It's just lost its value." And I was like, "It only loses its value if I sell it." Yeah. And they're like, "Yeah, but it's still a shit car." Yeah.
Where's your shit?
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, go away. Yeah, like, you're just wasting your time.
When did I ask for your opinion?
It's nuts.
What, bro?
It cracks me up. Like, the shit comments. I'm like, how pathetic do you have to feel to take your time and talk some shit on someone's? It's nuts.
Yeah. But while you're sitting there typing away, talking shit about me, I'm out here grinding, changing lives.
Facts.
Like, why? The ones that I love the most, that just, bro, I live for it, is the ones from the gym. Gym posts. Yeah. And it's like, oh, he's lacking here, or he doesn't have this. Or, it's like,
I'm in there. I'm working on it.
I'm here.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
I'm filming. I'm training every single day.
Why do you think I'm here? Oh, you're skinny in the gym. That's why I'm here.
There's a reason, bro.
Look at that fat guy in the gym. He's here to not be that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole reason we're doing this shit. It's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
It is. It really is. And that's what I love about these podcasts, and I love about influencing, and especially what you're doing and what I'm doing. There's very, very, very next to no negativity. Yeah. It's only improvement. It's only mental improvement, financial improvement, personal growth. All of these positive outcomes that come from these things. And people stomp on it.
Yeah. I feel like my only conclusion, it's not me putting myself on a pedestal. It has to be jealousy.
It has to be, bro.
Like you can't, like, I'm not saying I'm a saint. I get angry. Like I say some bad things every now and then, but you can't hate me.
No.
Like I'm not a bad person. My content is like solely to change people's lives. And I want to become successful to change my family's life. Like,
I'm doing this for good reason.
Yeah, like my morals are fucking straight. Like I'm a saint, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. But in saying that, we need people like that. We need losers.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean?
And I love, and as well, like exactly like you're saying, like when people like shit on me or when people talk hate, I'm like, yes, sweet.
I must be doing good.
Him back. Let's go. Let's train back harder. Like,
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I love, and this is something as well that I talk to a lot of the youth that I mentor is take hate, take people putting you down as fuel.
Facts.
Use it as fuel. Don't use it as something to suppress you because that's what they want.
Oh, you said this.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Put it in a bag and go fucking train.
True.
Like,
it's the best feeling proving people wrong, bro. Like, I love it. Like, people used to laugh at me in year 9, right? This guy said, and this is another topic we can talk about, is people throw out comments like nothing, but it actually sticks with some people. Yeah, so in year 9, this dude said you'd have a crazy thigh gap, right? Because I was skinny and my legs were like sticks. And guarantee he would forget he said that. Like, this was years ago. But for me, I was like, fuck that guy. And like now my legs are like 4 times the size of when he told me that. But if he didn't tell me that, then I would have been like, oh, my legs are good. But he told me that negative shit because I feel like your motivation shouldn't come from your mum being like, no, you got this. Good job. Fuck that. It should be from your neighbor being like, you piece of shit. You broke. You're ugly. You're fat. And you'd be like, all right, fuck you. I'm going to prove you wrong.
Right.
You know?
That's something that I've grown up as well. Being a half caste Aboriginal boy, especially. Growing up in Brisbane, it's always, oh no, you won't be anything. Like it's all good. Like step aside, let everyone else do it.
Facts.
Like, you know, whether that's straight judgment straight away from looking at me or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Like let's go. You want to push me to the side? I'm gonna stand on top. Like,
Facts.
I'm gonna come in twice. You hit me, I'm gonna hit twice as hard.
Like, bro.
That's the motto that I love, and I love doing that.
But not everyone has that mindset, though. I know a lot of people that get hate comments, and they're like, "What? Did he really just say that?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, bro.
Who cares?
Like, who cares?
Yeah. It's one comment. You got 40,000 people watching you,
fucking
you up.
And like the whole using it as fuel shit. Like if someone comments on my post saying I'm skinny, I'm not gonna use that as fuel. It's more the people. I didn't give a fuck what people say, right? Whether it's positive, negative, I'm still gonna be doing me. But it's the people close to you. Yeah. So like, I live with my grandparents and my grandma, she means well. Lovely lady, beautiful, whatever. I love her to death. Yeah. But I'd go to the gym, I'd come back and I'd be like, oh, I'm really sore. I need to go for a run, but my legs are dead. Oh, my back. And she's like, oh, you should just have a rest day. And small things like, what the fuck is a rest day? And I go for a run and I run further. Yeah. I'm like, don't ever try and hold me down. Don't ever try and suppress me. She was not being negative at all. But if you're trying to hold me back from the potential I have, I'm going to go beyond that. Yeah. Like if you say, oh yeah, you can make a meal, but that's about it. I want to make 10. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is that greed that you always want more? Like, I made a video on this and I'm posting it tonight.
Oh, true.
Like
go watch.
But like, I have a nice car, right? And I've traveled to a few countries. I've met some people, but I want more. I have 500k followers. I want a meal. I want a better car. I want to go. Is that greed or is that the mindset you have to take it to the next level?
Yeah, and so I think there's, especially looking at from a youth worker sort of point of view. I think it's such a massive positive. It's only positive. Yeah. You know, like you have to have a level of greed and selfishness. Yeah. You can't have one or the other. Because if you got pure selflessness,
you're left with nothing.
You got nothing. Yeah. But then if you don't have that level of, I want to have this and I don't want to be here, like that's aspirations, that's gold. And you have to have that healthy level of greed to a point to be like, you know what? Exactly like I said, I got 500Ks, bro. I'm hitting a mil. Yeah, I'm hitting 2 mil. Like
you're more. I feel like if you get more, you can give more too. I only just thought of this too.
I love that.
If I hit a mil, like I want more followers, not to say I have more followers because then I'm inspiring more people. If I buy a Lambo, it only sets my point further in concrete that I was nothing. I was broke, and now I have crazier things. So, yeah, I need to update that video. That's true. Bro, you have more, you can give more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got to have that healthy balance, man.
Bro. That's a bar.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolute bar. Thank you for everybody to listening on Into the Yarning Circle. And make sure to share, comment, subscribe, and like. And if you're wanting to watch the visual side of this podcast, make sure to hit Isiah.Hippisley@youtube.com.